I'm a little shaken up. I'm feeling better today, but yesterday was really tough.
Will you go back to
Um,
that establishment?
I have not decided yet.
Okay.
That's something that I'm not sure of yet. But it's a bummer because that's where we've been going out. We've been going there every single weekend. That's where we've been. And so to say that I'm never going to go back, I'm not sure. Right now, I don't have any intention of heading back anytime
You
soon.
were there with a friend you've known for a long time, going back to grade school, a female friend. Did you ever reunite with her that night?
No, I didn't. So as I was standing in my apartment, waiting for all of this to calm down, I saw her run past me, and I was banging on the window, and she was on the phone. And then she ran the other way, and then that was the last I saw of her.
But she's okay. She's at home, and
Yep,
yeah,
yep. She is okay, but she is very shaken.
yeah.
She's not doing well at all.
And as you reported, nothing was out of the ordinary. Nobody really knew that those three guys were there and made any noise. It was just a normal truck park night, correct?
Yes, yeah. So we've been going there for like the past month and a half. Every weekend, there was nothing out of the ordinary. Because that's everyone's question. Did you see this coming? And there were more people than usual there, but there was no one like that was sketchy, doing weird things. No one that was fighting. There was nothing that was out of the ordinary that we were like, oh, this is not. We're not feeling good, or this is really weird. It was a completely normal Saturday night.
What has been the attraction? What is the clientele? Just generalize for us. Is it young people like yourself?
It's kind of a mix. There's young people, there's older people, but there's never been like as I've never seen anyone fight there. I've never seen at bars there can be fights randomly, but that's never happened there. It's a huge mix of age ranges. I wouldn't say it's a younger bar. I wouldn't say it's older bar. I'd say there's both, a big mix.
Give me a timeline, because I haven't asked you this, of first responders getting there. When you were at the door, you saw that you were told to close the door and step back. What was the timeline for the first officer on the scene to arrive?
So I honestly would say it would have had to been in less than 5 minutes. I would say almost instantly was there an officer on the scene.
How did that make you feel?
That part was actually kind of weird. Obviously they respond so quickly, but then it was just, there was a flood of first responders. There were ambulances pulling up, fire trucks, rescue squads, police officers. So it was like 1 second the street was quiet, and there were just like 2 or 3 police officers like instantly on the scene. And then there was just a flood, and the whole street, all out front of West 7th, was full of first responders. And that was insane to see, because it was within 5 minutes, that whole street was shut down. They were putting caution tape everywhere, and just more first responders kept appearing and appearing.
What did you see when you looked out that lobby window?
As far as like people from the bar?
Yeah, I mean, right away, people were running? Did they know? Did your friend know what she was running from?
So unfortunately, my friend did know. She was inside the bar, and they heard gunshots, and everyone started running and screaming. She dropped down to the floor, and she actually, so in the bar, there's different food trucks.
Yep.
And there was a vacant food truck that we were sitting by. She dropped to the ground and then crawled into the food truck. As she was in there, a man who was shot entered the food truck with her. So she was calling 911 and trying to help this man. Then after she did that, she has no idea how she left the bar and got with our other friend and got home.
McLaren,
it's completely blacked out.
McLaren, it's Reavers. I know that you know this about me, but I stopped bartending downtown Minneapolis just because it didn't feel worth it. The safety issues I was having a problem with. Is the age range of people like yourself, is there a growing concern that both downtowns no longer feel safe?
So for me, Minneapolis, I'm more hesitant to go out to, just because I feel like a lot more has happened in Minneapolis. And as far as going out in St. Paul, where I am, I have never felt unsafe on West 7th. And so now I'm more hesitant to say that I'm feeling unsafe, but I have never once felt unsafe. I usually go out in St. Paul just because Minneapolis, I do feel unsafe there. And so now it's weighing, like, this, instances like this don't happen very often. But when it does happen, like, it's unbelievable. So I'm not going to be running out to the bars on West 7th anytime soon. But I think eventually I will get to a point where I will be able to do that again.
Plus, you're too poor. You got to save your money and drink at home.
McLaren, when I was 21 in hanging out in Minneapolis, it was pretty easy to tell who was in a gang. I mean, it was just so long ago. It was the Crips and the Bloods. They were either wearing blue or they were wearing red. I'm guessing it's not like that anymore, and you can't readily identify which crew this guy might be running with. Is that what I'm hearing?
No. Yeah, there's no way to tell. Like, even, like, in the bar, there's never, like, huge groups of people together. Like, you would have, at least in my opinion, you would have no idea. Unless you know what you're looking for, but there's not, like, people standing all red on one side of the bar.
Right.
Like, all this group wearing the same stuff on the other side of the bar. I have never seen that
Okay.
at Truck Park.
Well, as you think back about the room you were in, can you now see in your mind's eye who you suspect was doing the firing? Okay.
And it's funny because I looked up the pictures to see if I recognized them, and there's nothing. And it was a busy night, so no, I don't.
Okay.
None of
Well,
it resonates.
You know what I say? Thank God for bladders.
No kidding.
Yeah,
No
right.
kidding. I am very lucky that I was able to
Yep.
exit that situation before anything happened.
Yeah, you're lucky.
It's good that you were drinking so much
No.
that you had to go to the bathroom.
My pride and joy. There we go.
I learned from Dad.
Thank you, McLaren.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Mamie.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
thank
guys.
you.
Have a
All
nice
right.
day.
You too.
Bye-bye.